Hi everyone, my name is Amar Hassan, a Microsoft MVP in Office, and today I'm so lucky to have the amazing Anna. Anna, can you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, hi I'm Anna Chu. I'm a lot of things, but Microsoft 365 product marketing manager by day. And when I'm not doing that, I manage the Office Apps and Services MVP program. And I also am focused on all things community at Microsoft Ignite.
Interesting. Thanks, Anna, for taking the time today. And we're going to talk about some tips for attending Microsoft Ignite. There is things that matters for first timers and things for even people who attended Ignite before. So it's 21 days to Ignite, I believe. And Anna, let us start with the first thing that attendee will have arriving to Orlando. So what is the first experience from Ignite side when arriving to Orlando, especially registration in the airport?
Yeah, for sure. So, getting your name badge is going to be one of the first things that you do when you arrive in Orlando, especially if you're coming through the airport. So we have made available name badge collection at Orlando International Airport, and there are a number of different locations where you can do that. So interesting fact is that 50% of all of our attendee name badges were picked up at the airport. So we certainly want to enable people to do that. It's the first thing that people can do. So in terms of when that will start, it will start on the Saturday before the event. That will be super handy for people who are attending any of our pre-days that are occurring on Sunday. So they will start in Orlando International Airport from 10 a.m. local time until roughly 8 p.m., maybe even 9 p.m. So if you are, so check your estimated arrival time, and see if that makes sense for you to utilize that opportunity. They will continue into Sunday from 9 till 11 p.m., but we'll also make available additional registration name badge pickup in the official Orange County Convention Center, and that will be across both West Levels 1 and 2, and also in the Hyatt, because the Hyatt is another building that we're utilizing at Microsoft Ignite. Last year, one of the things that we made available was to actually pick up your name badge at the hotels, some select hotels, but we didn't see a lot of pickup for that. So we're deciding to instead go be more focused on airport pickup as well as in the Orange County Convention Center. And just as an aside, for Orlando Airport name badge pickup, there are 5 locations. There will be 2 in Terminal A and at least 3 in Terminal B. So more information to come soon on the exact location, but it will be helpful for people who are coming in internationally over flights.
Awesome. So airport checkup, Hyatt, and Orange Convention Center. No pickup. Interesting, because my flight is in 10 p.m. on Saturday, so I would have to go to Hyatt next day. So
yes.
This is the first experience for first timers. So at registration, they will take the badge and the swag, right? The bag and the swag.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess a very, very nice moment for first timers. And then they will prepare for Sunday. So what we have in Sunday, I guess, is a couple of pre-day workshops and some activities at night. And I believe one of the awesome things is there is a 1 hour between 2 to 3 p.m. about Microsoft Ignite 101. Recommended for first timer, right?
Yes, absolutely. 100% agree with you. We always run an Ignite 101 session specifically for people who have never been to Ignite before, who needs, some guidance from people who are managing the conference themselves, who are responsible for planning the content. So please make sure that you prioritize that Ignite 101 session on that Sunday. It will definitely be a very valuable investment of time for you. Secondly, there are pre-days happening across all of Sunday. For our MVP and RD community, they will have an exclusive pre-day that is helping them understand all the major announcements that are planned, so that when they present their content, during the week, then they are very well prepared, and it's a really great way for them to interact with the product groups and have the usual NDA discussions that they usually have with the product teams. But for regular attendees, we have a lot of pre-days planned, and they are designed to be full-day workshops that allow them to dive deep into specific technology, whether it's Office 365 networking or all the different elements of Azure. Of course, as you know, Microsoft Ignite is fully sold out, but you can still update your registration if you have a pass right now to add additional pre-days. So take a look. Go into the registration tool, see what pre-days are available to you, and then decide which ones you might want to choose. One thing from a diversity in tech point of view is there is a diversity in tech pre-day dedicated, but if you don't want to spend 100% of your time on the Sunday for that pre-day, you can do a diversity in tech pre-day add-on, which means that there is roughly a half-day schedule that you can choose to participate in, so that you can still do some diversity pre-day activity on top of the pre-day you already have on Sunday.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And a lot of activities Sunday night, I know. So enjoy Sunday nights and prepare for Monday, which is the biggest day for me personally, because it's the keynote day, and the keynote it's at 9 a.m.
Yes,
and
9 till 10.
Which building?
So that will be in the North-South building.
So for people who attended Ignite last year, there are two buildings connected to Hyatt Regency. We have the North-South, and we have the West building, right? So
yes.
This time, only the keynote will be in the North-South.
South, yes.
And all other activities, including the Expo and Community Center, theater and breakout session on the West building. And the good here is to be at least 1 hour before the keynote if you want to catch a good seat inside the keynote, right?
Yes.
We have also on Tuesday, we have on Monday, the same day, we have the welcome reception, right, Anna?
Yes. Yes, we have a welcome reception that is in the Expo, and that is a really great opportunity for you to peruse through all the different booths that we have across our partner booths, who do an amazing job of sponsoring and making the event great, but also our Microsoft showcase too. So a lot of the Microsoft product managers, the people from the engineering teams are there to staff their specific booths. So we've got an Office applications booth. We've got so many different booths that are there to help answer any questions that you might have about the product. It's a really great opportunity to have a one-on-one discussion with each of the PMs. Some of them might be giving away swag. Usually they do. But at the end of the day, we really want to have good conversations with you. So seek out the booths that you want to find. And actually, a really good tip for you is when you go into the My Ignite experience on TechCommunity, we actually have an expert directory. Anyone who is a speaker, anyone who is a staff member at those booths will be listed in the expert directory. So that will give you an opportunity to seek them out, find out who is coming to Ignite, and then you can actually either book meetings with them or see when they're speaking, so that you can find out how to connect with them.
Yeah, and we have on Wednesday and on Tuesday, I guess, Expo Social Hour, right?
Yes.
This is a great opportunity to connect and meet with other experts. Again, Ignite has a lot to offer from Microsoft, but it's a wonderful opportunity to connect and socialize and meet new people.
Yes.
Eventually, you will find that the connection opportunities in Ignite is awesome. You can meet all those expert MVPs, RDs, and other colleagues. A great business opportunity. So bring a lot of business cards with you also.
Yeah, I haven't actually had a business card for about 3 years. So what I end up doing is I just take a photo of someone's attendee badge, and then I literally write on the photo like how I met this person, what I need to follow up on, because usually like I can find them on Twitter or LinkedIn or any other means. So this is the new way of doing business these days.
Yes, indeed, indeed. And also we have, just to let you know, on Thursday, there is the big Microsoft Ignite celebration party. It's
Yes.
happening in
Universal Studios.
Universal Studios. Yes, I guess we have the whole Universal Studio for us.
Yes.
So you can eat, drink, do anything you want.
All the rides.
Completely free, all the rides. It's an awesome, amazing experience. I want to do it again with the new friends. Hopefully that I will meet at Ignite. So save your energy because you don't want to reach Thursday and with no energy to do this activity, right?
Yes.
What a
Yes.
wonderful way to end such an amazing conference. And remember that Friday there is a couple of sessions and theaters until 2
2 o'clock.
p.m. Yes, 2 o'clock. That's awesome. So one of the new things, I guess, Anna, in this Ignite is a lot of network functionality added, right, for attendees.
Yeah, there are so many different ways. We certainly want to make it a big fixture of Microsoft Ignite because one thing that people may not know is that every single breakout, theater, the keynote, the general sessions are all going to be live streamed. So for us as Microsoft, we really invest in a lot of time, a lot of energy into the content itself, and we don't want to restrict, excuse me, all that content with just, roughly 30,000 people. We want the world to be able to absorb all this content. So we're really investing in live streaming and also making the content available on demand afterwards. But then the value for Microsoft Ignite is really, to your point, networking. We really want to enable people to connect with each other, share best practices between IT pros and developer audiences, and even between the two audiences too. We want to enable a better transparent connection between you and Microsoft so that you can better understand our products and our roadmap. And there are many different ways that we can do that. Firstly, we have some very formalized forms of group networking in the form of meetups. We did meetups officially in the schedule builder last year, and we plan to continue that. And certainly we're making a lot of improvements. We have 18 officially in the schedule, and they really range in topics, anything from PowerShell to meetups about diversity and inclusion. There is a lot going on, and these are all really topical meetups to have in 2018 right now. So I highly recommend you check them out. When you come in, definitely plan to be in a more interactive environment. It's not really the type of engagement where you just sit back and listen and wait to be presented to. It is really about the facilitators in the room helping you initiate discussions with the people at your table. So definitely take advantage of those meetups. The other thing that we're doing is really enabling through the tool a way for you to connect with other people. So I mentioned the expert directory is a really great way to do that, but you also want to know there's 30,000 people at this conference. Surely there's another attendee who could be from the same country as you, or if you want to branch further out, maybe you want to reach out to someone who's in Western Europe or in the Asia Pacific region, focused on your particular technology. You can seek them out in so many different ways. And one of the things that we're doing is we're running idea swaps. So basically, it's a way to enable people to have those one-on-one engagements, but in a specific lounge. So think of it as very simply finding someone in the attendee directory. You message them and say, hey, I would love to meet with you for an idea swap. You arranged a good time. And then once the time is settled, then you arrive in the idea swap lounge, which is in the overall community central area in the West Hall. Yeah. And then we'll have some really great spaces for you, really comfortable chairs. There'll be a coffee station so that you can have some really great discussion. But the first thing you would do is you would go to the concierge for your idea swap. And so, because, you need to make sure that the person that you're meeting is going to be there too, the concierge will take you to the person that you want to meet if they are already there, and then you can have your discussion. Certainly, I would say prepare with an idea of what you want to ask this person, what best practices or things that you think they might be interested in. And these are all things that you can qualify in your conversation beforehand. We also, want to be very clear that these idea swaps are not about trying to sell to people. It's not a thing to pitch. It would definitely make the whole idea swap experience not as expected if that's what all people were doing. And certainly we would love to hear that if you are seeing a bit of that activity. So please keep in mind that the whole idea is to, allow people to tap into the overall brains trust that Ignite has to offer. See if there's something that, you can help others with and others can help you with. So that's really the idea behind idea swaps.
Yeah, that's awesome because previously when I want to meet someone, it's like, okay, let's meet at 3 at the OneDrive booth and the Expo Hub, and then, it's lousy. Even if this is a new person that you are meeting and you don't know exactly how they look, it becomes very challenging, and it's all about meeting new people, right? So I guess this idea will help people relax and be, in the community central hub, which is a nice place to meet. And next to that, you can go and ask if that person arrived. I guess this is an awesome opportunity. I'll try it definitely this year. So we talk about the community central. Community central is one of my best places at Ignite, right? We also what happened last year at Community Central. Do you have anything to add about, and for first timer, what is Community Central? Where it is located? Why they should go there?
Yeah, so to balance out all the Microsoft Showcase experiences and the partner expo area, we need a space for community. And community is all about helping you find your people, whether you're, a OneDrive fan or whether you are a developer who's solely focused on, machine learning and other things, then you really want to be able to find your people. So Community Central is all about that, and we have planned a number of community socials at Community Central to help you do that. We are right next door to Microsoft Mechanics. So what we're planning to do is making sure that, when people finish up their mechanics recording, then they come to Community Central to meet and greet their community people. So, for example, when Mark Krasinovich finishes his recording, he'll be coming over and we'll be hosting a community social with him, which will be really exciting. So that will be on Thursday morning. Once we have all the schedules completely built out, we'll certainly be publishing them on the tech community. I'll be tweeting them out, so follow me at _ACHU, and you can find out more about them. But we've got some really cool people planned. We've got Corey Sanders secured, Jeffrey Snover. We're still in the midst of getting Julia White. We know that Laurie Wright from Teams will be there, Jeff Teeper, Brendan Burns, who's the co-founder of Kubernetes. We've got so many cool people. So keep an eye out because we don't want you to miss out on meeting some of these great people that you might have followed for quite a long time.
Interesting. So for all people at Ignite, you have the Microsoft Mechanics, and you have the Community Central, and you have the Idea Swap. They're all there. So make sure that you visit that area in daily basis. Just go there. And because when you're walking in the expo, you see all the partners, you ask a question, but sometimes you need to ask other peers question and meet the community, right? It's like going to the tech community online, but on the physical world, right? You meet all those, some people, and there is also MVP Lounge. I know from last year with a big wall with all names of MVPs, and that was an awesome thing last year. Are we expecting to have the MVP wall this year?
Yes. Not only are we going to have the MVP wall, but we're also going to display all of the names of our regional directors too. So that way you can see everybody who is delivering value into the community all up in one wall. We saw a lot of our MVPs last year take selfies with their own name, and we certainly want to reproduce that. So yeah, that's a really big win for us.
It was an awesome moment to see names in the bowl. But this is a call out for all MVPs. Try to spend time in the community center. Introduce yourself to people. This is what I do. I went there. I just introduced myself. My name is Ammar, MVP. Can I help you with that? What you are working on? This is all about connectivity, and part of your role as MVP and RD is to be there as part of your Ignite experience and give back to the community. So
Yeah.
those amazing things. I recall that there were LinkedIn booth where LinkedIn guys are taking professional photos for attendees to put on their LinkedIn profile. So do you think LinkedIn will do the same thing this year?
Yeah, I haven't heard a confirmation about that. Usually at this stage I would hear a definite yes answer, but I haven't heard that they're going to be there. But we do have some really cool selfie booths that are going to be in the Diversity and Tech Lounge. So that's maybe not as professional in terms of a headshot, but it'll still be a lot of fun. Yeah, but I still think that, if you want to dress smartly for Microsoft Ignite, you can certainly do that. But you have to keep in mind it's a very humid location, so you might want to just be aware of what you wear because, for some people who are traveling from a different climate, it might take some getting used to.
Yeah, interesting. So, Anna, thank you very much. I want to wrap this call by talking about 10 things not to do while at Ignite. I attended Ignite since 2007. It was Tech Ed in Barcelona. And this is my August 10th Ignite or Tech Ed experience. And a lot of things I learned from as attendee from this experience. First of all, don't fully book your calendar with sessions. First Ignite, I just have each slot booked with a session. I want to watch Mark Rosanovich. I want to watch this and that and that, and just running from session to session. And not only this will make me very tired, and it's all the running experience and missing the communication and connection. So Ignite is about many things. All those sessions are recorded and are streamed. I guess theater sessions are newly recorded, right? Last year,
Yes.
theater sessions. So thanks for that, Anna. This is awesome. So take time for yourself to rest, to communicate, go to Community Central, and just give some time to yourself. This is number one. Number two, don't be a bad wireless neighbor. There are 30,000 people at Ignite, and just close those streaming apps, especially when you are inside the session and the instructor is doing a demo and he needs that wireless connection. Just be a good wireless neighbor. And we saw a couple of presenters suffering from the internet previously, so that's something to look for. Third tip is do not forget to drink a lot of water. They give you a cool bottle of waters, I guess, if you can see it, right?
Yes.
So make sure that you keep your body hydrated and eat snack between sessions because you need all the energy and there are a lot of walking. So make sure bring comfortable shoes, right? This is a very important tip. Number 4, you do not want to miss the keynote. I heard some feedback on Twitter about people who just want to watch the keynote from their hotel streamed online. So keynote is about the experience of being in a big hall with a lot of people. I arrived 1 hour before and I just walk and just start meeting people, see familiar faces and get some selfies and pictures and perhaps make an appointment for the idea swap, right? So keynote is not just about being there, it's about everyone being there and meeting things. Remember that very well.
Just one thing. I totally understand for some people it may be quite a source of anxiety to go to such a crowded area. So if you did want a more relaxed way to sort of still have a more social experience, but yet not in the same crowd as the keynote, think about utilizing the Hangout. So the Hangout is this really big space in the West Hall, and it will be in the same hall as the Community Central area, where you can see these massive screens, and we'll be streaming the keynote live from there as well. It'll be much more relaxed. You can easily move around if you need to take a bathroom break or go get a coffee and then come back and sit. So, feel free to use that as well. It's still a great way for you to watch the keynote without the craziness of what the keynote is, but you'll still be in a relaxed atmosphere. So that's another way to be a part of it.
Awesome tip. So, tip number 5, do not go without planning your schedule carefully. So, take time before the Ignite. This is a very big conference. It's not like the small conferences out there. So make sure that you go to a schedule builder. The team behind Ignite make very, very professional job and make it easy for you to find the sessions that suits your role. So you can filter, you can use many persona and find people. Find the experts and try to communicate before going to Ignite. Right, so that when you are at Ignite, you can quickly know what to attend and to who you want to socialize with. So things I spend before Ignite so that to make my Ignite experience awesome. So take advantage of the time now. Numbers,
I was just going to say one thing to add as part of the schedule builder, and something that people might not realize, is that you can actually ask a question in the schedule builder. So, and that is all part of the tech community integration. So you could go into My Ignite, search for your particular session, and then click on join the tech community, or just hit the quick reply section there, and you can literally just ask a question directly. So one tip for those who are very familiar with the tech community is that when you do log in there, you can actually mention people too. So that way you can ask them directly a question. Hey, I'm really looking forward to your session, but I have a question. And then you can ask them, are you going to cover this? Or will you be telling us more about X, Y, or Z? So there's a lot of things that you can do to help you prepare. Because I think for some people, you're right. Like they do double book and triple book, but in order to decide which session that they do attend, perhaps like that is a way for them to determine if this is a good use of their time.
Awesome. Yes. Engage, because Tech Community is a great place. If you did not register yet for Tech Community, you should. Tech Community is a great place to communicate and talk about Ignite and sessions. And another tip not to do while at Ignite is do not stay in your comfort zone when picking sessions. So this is what I learned. If you are an Office 365 guru and you want to go there to enhance your Office 365 skills and learn more about what's coming, just don't stick to Office 365. This is my advice. Try to see what's new in Azure, for example, in AI, in other interesting fields in Microsoft. Try to find big speakers, famous speakers, and try to see what they have to offer. So, like, if you want to ask me, I will spend like 70 to 80% in Office 365 sessions, and then I will pick up 20% Meetups and, one theater session, 2 theater sessions, and couple of sessions in Azure and security. So mix and match, because you'll never know. Other colleagues at work, you can bring them back value. So it's not just about you. It's finding out what your colleagues want to know about and write down those questions and try to give back when you come back.
That is so important.
Yeah.
One guide is if you're especially if you're exploring areas that you're not familiar with, look for sessions that are foundational or level 200 sessions. So you can, when you go into the schedule builder, you'll see a filter that says level, and anything that's level 100 is like not super beginner, but a really good starting point to learn about a particular product. Level 200 is the next level up. So more intermediate. And so, you could use that as a guide. Anything that has 300 to 400 level is probably a little bit more expert than someone who would would absorb if they were level 100 to 200. So that could be a really good guide. But your other point, Amar, is super important. You are likely to be a representative for your community, for your organization. And so ask your colleagues beforehand, what do you want me to find out? Who do you want me to talk to? What questions do you want me to ask them? And it'd be even better if you recorded their response on video so you can actually share the experience with them live in person, right? So, that's a really good tip.
Yeah. What's your t-shirt size? What swag do you want?
That's very kind of you.
So, tip number 7, which is do not miss the Ignite welcome reception. For me, the Ignite welcome reception is an awesome way to kick off your Ignite experience. And there are drinks and there are food and the whole thing, it's like on fire in the Ignite welcome reception. Just if you see it in your agenda and this is your first time, don't miss the welcome reception. It's a great time to relax and start your experience. And at number 8, we have do not pack too much. I saw people, first timer, they just completely pack their bag and they put a lot of things. And when they go to Microsoft Ignite, remember that they will give you a lot of swag, You will get a lot of things, a lot of clothes, a lot of t-shirts. So just pack light for the Ignite, right, Anna?
Yes. In fact, you don't even need to bring a bag because we give you one. And you mentioned the drink bottle as well. So those are things that you definitely are going to get. But, of course, you've actually starting to build a collection now. So that might be something that you might want to remove out of your bag. I was actually interesting enough watching a packing tips video on YouTube last night, and this person she had a guide where she said, okay, put something super bulky in your bag and pack around it, so at least you have, once you take it out, say it's like a big cooking pot or something, then you have some space left over, so that way you can think about all the different swag that you're going to be bringing back. Or another good tip that our friend and fellow MVP Harjit Dalawal suggested was bring your own sort of collapsible bag that you can pack into your suitcase, and then you could, pack it all with stuff that you can put into your carry-on luggage afterwards or check in. So that's another good tip that you might want to have if you aren't able to have the spare room on arrival.
Yeah. Awesome. And at tip number 9, let's spend every night jumping from party to party. After the experience at Ignite are, the Ignite experience, you have the Ignite conference experience and you have the night experience. There are a lot of parties and things happening after the conference time. So make sure to check out the cool parties and check with your community about, there are some nationality-based party, right? They have some product-based party like the OneDrive or SharePoint party, the Exchange party, the scheduled maintenance party. So make sure to check all those out. But remember, if you walk through all the Ignite Convention Center during the day and then you jump from party to party at night, you cannot make it to the end of the conference with all your energy.
Sleep is so important.
Yeah, give some time to yourself. Drink water, snacks. Remember that there is Thursday night with the Microsoft Ignite celebration at Universal Studios, and you need your energy at that day. So rest from time to time. And the last tip is don't miss the chance of connecting, because I see sometimes people who either shy from connecting, or the thing that is so sad for me to see when I go to a big breakout session is seeing people sitting and there are empty seats between them, and I was looking and why there's like one person sitting here and then 3 empty seats and then another one, then 3 empty seats, and the same on lunch. So I see people going to empty tables at lunch, or at least not introducing yourself. So what I do is during lunch, I go and pick the most crowded lunch table, and I start introducing myself. So uh, don't miss that chance for introducing yourself if the other guy is, or the other people are shy. So
Yeah.
that's wrapped up 10 things not to do at Ignite. And Anna, do you want to add anything before we end this amazing tip
Oh
video?
my gosh, I think you covered so much. I feel like we covered a lot of things. We covered the tech community. We covered everything from an agenda at a glance. We covered the importance of networking. I guess my question to you is, this is your 10th Ignite or 10th, event that Microsoft has run for IT pros. Like, do you remember the first tech ed that you went to, and what were the mistakes that you made, and what would you not repeat?
Yeah, so packing too much. It was in Barcelona. It was an
Mm,
amazing event in 2007. So packing
mm,
too much. I was overpacking. And the
mm,
second thing, I was just surprised about the number of people and sessions. And I did not think about this as opportunity to connect, but an
mm,
opportunity just to watch sessions and learn and
mm,
watch every session that matters. So
mm,
I learned after a couple of Ignites
mm,
that Ignite is about watching and learning, and about connecting and making new friends, and finally
mm,
about having a nice time. Remember that it's time for you to go and have fun. So
mm.
you do it. And this is why we have this video, especially to make people more aware about what Ignite has to offer. It's an
Yeah.
amazing opportunity. You are just lucky to attend this amazing conference, and Anna is behind a lot of the work that has been done to make this a special event. So thank you, Anna, for all your help and efforts across the years. And I hope I can see you at Ignite after 12
Yes.
days, right?
Please, yeah, please. When you see me, come and say hello. I might look very busy. Get a selfie with me. I'm more
Yeah.
than happy to do a selfie with everybody. There is a lot of work that goes into this. We've been planning for this event on a very heavy schedule since January. Oh, sorry.
So, yeah.
No worries. Yeah, we've been planning Ignite since January. I think we probably did some pre-planning from even November. So it's been a very big effort to get to this point, and we have not slept. No, I'm kidding. We have looked at every single detail, everything from the food to your networking experiences to how you interact with the tools is super important to us. And so we absolutely invite you for feedback. Let us know how you feel about how the event is going, but tell us in real time. Don't wait until the conference is over before we can actually make any changes. If you find some staff members, and you'll see staff members wearing a number of different apparel, anyone who is a speaker should have a red lanyard, but they may not necessarily be Microsoft staff. Anyone who's wearing a grey hoodie in the product expo area is going to be Microsoft staff. And there are also additional staff who are wearing the purple shirts, and they're helping run the conference smoothly. They don't work for Microsoft, but they can certainly get in contact with people who can tell them, hey, the lights all went out in this one particular room, and they'll go running to find, someone to help or anything like that. So make sure you utilize that. And for those who are really strong on social, make sure you follow the hashtag MSIgnite. That is the official Microsoft Ignite handle for Twitter. So if you use that, certainly you'll hear from Amar, you'll hear from me. I'm still pushing out information to help people get prepared for Ignite as best as we can with 3 weeks to go. And your other tip, Amar, is it's so important to get people to understand what they learn and share that back with their community. I've asked people, how do you collect notes? Some people use OneNote. Some people, put together a sway so they can easily present something quickly immediately after the conference. Some people just do video wrap-ups like this. let people know what you experienced, what you learnt, who the best speaker was, what is the one session that people must watch on demand afterwards. So that is super great. Because you were there and you know what was good. So great to share that with your community.
Interesting. Anna, thank you very much for your time, and looking forward to meet everyone after 21 days at Ignite.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Anna, for your time.
Thank you so much, Emma. Have a great day.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.